Now, any of you old enough will remember that our old police cars in Malaysia were Alfa Romeos. Now, why were they police cars? Because they're durable and they're great cars. And then, well, we changed police cars. So a lot of people are wondering what happened to those old Alfa Romeos. Well, they became classics and some were rejuvenated to become collector items. And we are here in Perak today to be part of the Alfisti Malaysia GT 2012 to get to know some of these beautiful classic cars which are Alfa Romeos. Now these guys here are gathered at the Hotel Sri Malaysia in Ipoh, the flag-off point for the Alfisti Malaysia Grand Turismo 2012. It was organised by the Alfa Romeo Owners Club, Klang Valley, and supported by the Para Alfisti Club. About 20 cars participated, but we first caught up with these three classic beauties. This over here is an Alfa Romeo GT 1600 Junior. Well, 1600 tells you the engine capacity it's got under the hood. It's a 1600cc engine and it is a double overhead camshaft inline-4 engine. Now, this car was produced between 1972 and 1976. So in the 4 years it was in production in Italy, about 14,000 units, well, between 14,000 to 15,000 units were made. So it's very rare. Especially here in Malaysia, you can only find a few samples over here, and if anything, it is an absolute looker. Just take a look at it. It's great to drive. It's running on a 5-speed manual gearbox, and it's a very lightweight car. And once you get inside, it's all about the sumptuous Italian leather. So there's nothing that you cannot love about this car. Right, so this one's a bit of a firecracker. This is the Alfa GTV 6. It was produced between 1980 to 1987. Now the engine, a 2.5-litre V6 monster in there, was actually originally installed in an Alfa 6 sedan. But that car received not great press because it wasn't very sporting. So what did Alfa Romeo do? Well, as you can see, it's only got 2 doors and quite a fast-looking body. They've installed it into this coupe, and immediately with the light weight of the car, this car actually weighs at 930 kilograms. So it's under a ton with a 2.5-litre engine. It's quite a cracker. And one of the most prominent features of this car is this bulge over here, which they actually had to adjust the hood because they needed that extra clearance for the heads, and it has remained to be one of the most rare and classic and much loved Alfas in the world. Let me tell you about this baby. This baby over here with its unmistakable design is one of the most popular Alfa Romeos out there, the Alfa Romeo Alfa Sud. Why is it popular? Let me tell you about it. This car was produced between 1972 and 1989. In that amount of time, over 1 million units were produced. Now, it runs a 1.5-litre, in this particular model, a 1.5-litre flat-4 engine pumping out 104 brake horsepower. Well, not a lot, right? Between 104 to 105. It may not seem a lot, but this car only weighs 810 kilograms. So you know that 105 brake horsepower in a 810 kilogram car means the car really zooms forward like nobody's business. It's a very nifty, nippy little car, and it was even more popular as the years went by that in 1977, the Trofeo Europa Alfa Sud was founded, where the best drivers from all those 4 countries would come together to compete the one distinguishing trophy. So Mr. Wong, when you said you restored the car, what did you do? You actually strip it down all the way?
Actually, I do it my own. I dismantle all the windscreen, I scrape off the paint, and then I just send it to workshop for the new paint job. That's a lot of work that I done it myself.
So it was mostly the paint, but everything else is original?
Yes, all original.
What about the engine maintenance?
I think actually Alfa Romeo's maintenance is very it's just a very simple engine, and then this classic car is a analog engine. It's not a digital, but it's very easy for us to maintain.
Right. It's completely mechanical.
Mechanical, yes.
So you no electronics
not like electronic, like sensor, this and that.
And if anybody wanted to get into classic Alfas, would you say that the Alfa Sud is a good model to start with?
Actually, yes. You start with you can start with a high end. You can start with the latest, and if you can start as a classic, yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Mr. Wong. Definitely very jealous of Mr. Wong. And just in case we forgot to mention, you know, top 100. Did you know that this car was actually tuned by Ferrari, the engine?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the Alfa set engines were tuned by Ferrari, so you know, part of the reason why we love it so much. Now, once we were done admiring these beauties, we headed off to the lunch checkpoint of the GT, which was at Dataran Lenggong, some 80 kilometers away, so we could catch up with another younger classic that is quickly becoming a favorite amongst Alfistis. Now, this baby over here may not be as old as some of the cars that we have seen earlier, but this is very rapidly becoming one of the favorite collector's classics. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Alfa Romeo 155. It came after the Alfa Romeo 75 and before the 156. Now, this particular one is the wide body version. You've got the non-wide body version also, and it came in a variety of engine types from straight fours to V6s. This car was in production between 1992 till 1998. In that span of 6 years, 192,000 units were made. It was very popular because of two things. The design was one of them. This angular, boxy design was ahead of its time, and it was penned by none other than Ercole Spada, who was at one time the chief stylist at the infamous Zagato styling house. And the second one is, of course, this car was quite a cracker around most touring car championships. To say that the 155 was successful in touring car championships is quite an understatement. Using the Super Touring homologated GTA and the V6 Ti, it practically obliterated its competitors back in the early 90s. The Italian Super Turismo Championship, the German DTM Championship, the Spanish Touring Car Championship, and the British Touring Car Championship all were aced by the mighty 155. The reign of the 155 lasted till almost the end of its production, when it was succeeded by its sibling, the Alfa Romeo 156. These tales of racing prowess alone has contributed to making the 155 such a desirable collector's item. The Alfa Romeo as a brand has been around for well over 100 years in Malaysia. In fact, in 2010, they celebrated their 100th anniversary in Malaysia. Now, that heritage is something clearly Malaysians appreciate, which is why there are so many classic Alfa collectors here in the country, and furthermore so here in Perak, because there's so many here, it's like a homecoming. They actually have their own Perak Alfisti Club. Now, all those years that Alfa has learned to build cars and their brilliant, beautiful machines has led to this baby over here, the Alfa Romeo Giulietta. Now stay with us because we will be reviewing this very car very soon. So, see you again on In Gear.
That's it this week, folks. Next week, is it a bike or a car? The unique Can-Am Spider. Also an insider's view of the most Rakyat-centric racing series in Malaysia, the Cub Prix, and more. Be sure to come back next week. Hasta la vista, baby.